the day is allusion. Everybody say it for me. Allusion. Allusion. So if you look in the non-examples, it sounds like illusion, but it's not because it's allusion. And in real life, right, an illusion is a magic trick. Allusion in creative writing or literary term is when you make a reference to call something to mind. So lots of you have probably been doing allusions and maybe you just didn't know that that's what it's called. So I could make an allusion with the following sentence in examples. I could be like, yo, why are you being such a Professor Umbridge right now? Which is also a euphemism. What am I really saying by that one? Somebody translate that allusion euphemism for me. Steele, what am I really saying? Yeah, so I'm kind of calling somebody a horrible person by referring to that character from that story. So that's really, think of allusion as a fancy way of saying reference. When you refer to something that other people would probably know, right? So look at examples, right? I teach you allusion during our urban legend because lots of you are making allusions or a reference to the original story, like Bigfoot or Bloody Mary or the Loch Ness Monster, right? You're referring or alluding to something that already exists. How many of you, I'm sure there's lots of you, how many of you have ever seen an Easter egg in a movie or in a video game? There's lots of them. Tell me one of them. Brooks, what's an allusion from a movie? Or an Easter egg? Because they're the same thing. Did you have one? Yeah. What did it allude to? Do you remember? It's okay if not. Okay, no worries. Okay, Max, give us another one. Yeah, so in Moana, they alluded to Aladdin, or they referred to it. Steele, what's another one? Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. There's lots of those where, like, that Pixar ball is from Toy Story, right? So you'll see that allusion. They are referring to Toy Story in other Pixar movies. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so that line, nothing gold can stay, right? Or stay gold, pony boy, that's a very popular allusion. Like, I know a teacher from Eastmont who that's part of his email signature, that he has that reference or that allusion every time he sends an email. It's at the bottom. Yep. So again, think of as allusion as just a really fancy way of saying refer or to refer to something else. How many of you have already read The Book Thief? Has that already happened in 8th grade? Okay, so, but that book has lots of allusions or references to World War II. And so that's another way that you'll see allusions. Basically, you could also think of allusions as like you're hinting at something. Like you're basically trying to force your reader to think of something. And so using those references or those allusions. Look in the synonyms because it is important you know. So allusion is the noun, but if you're going to do allusions, it turns into a verb. And so you would say, I could allude to that, right? And then it becomes a doing word. And really, they just save you time. Because when you refer to popular references, like this Shrek picture, what's that an allusion to, guys? This is, they are specifically referencing or alluding another Disney movie. Anyone know what the carriage is alluding to? Steele. Cinderella. Yeah, it's a Cinderella allusion. Yeah. Okay, so I've got of course, a little video for you to help you get this stuck in your brain. Think about your You Try box.
Sometimes my dog is Dr. Jekyll, but other times he is Mr. Hyde.
Why does the man refer to a well-known character when describing his dog? You remember the story of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, right? Dr. Jekyll is kind and friendly, but sometimes he turns into Mr. Hyde.
I also had alluded to this story back when I taught you juxtaposition, right? Because a lot of our words work together like that.
Who is violent and evil. By referring to Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, the man can quickly illustrate his dog's personality. This is called allusion. An allusion is a reference to someone or something commonly known from literature, history, religion, or other areas of culture.
Like, oh gosh, this is gonna date me. Are Visco girls still a thing? No, that's too old of an illusion. Never mind. Ignore
Helps
me.
writers and speakers express ideas quickly and effectively.
Okay, let's stop on that one. And then last one, and then we'll be done with illusion. But this Shrek intro has like probably 15 allusions or references in just 2 minutes. So I'm going to shout them out as they happen. Yeah. So this is Hansel and Gretel. Put the ones that you can't find the name, put them off to the side, and I'll come look at them later, because I might know who it is. So yeah, the gingerbread house is Hansel and Gretel. Jake, you're gonna have to show me in like 5-10 minutes, sorry. But thanks for finding them. Okay, and then we see the Cinderella carriage, right, was right next to the Hansel and Gretel cottage. This is obviously an allusion to Red Riding Hood. And then we're going to skip ahead. This is a very, very well-known shot from the Lord of the Rings trailer. So that was a Lord of the Rings allusion or reference. And then you've got, hold on. This isn't, I would say this is kind of Star Wars. This was from like Anakin and Padme. They had a similar scene right there. So that you could argue is a Star Wars allusion. Exactly. Yep, that, yeah. That is The Matrix. That's a reference to The Matrix, the fighting style. And then this is an old one, but there's been lots of Spider-Man, but that's called the Spider-Man kiss. That there's lots and lots, and obviously then you just saw Tinkerbell, right? So that was a Peter Pan illusion. So that's what we mean by illusions, right? They're fun. They access background knowledge. That's it. We are done. Does anyone have any other examples they wanted to share before we move on? Next. Don't be such a Grinch. Yeah, perfect. And I'm using that little reference right there. Good.